One afternoon at the summer house, I came in from the garden with a snail in my hand, and I couldn't get over how marvelous it was. The snail with its own little portable house, its own body, a little built-in shelter for itself. I wanted to show my mother. And she was sitting in the dining room alone, and she had all these photographs of me spread out across the table like this flat, glossy feast, and she just stared and stared at these pictures of me as if she was hungry enough to eat them. And I said, "Mommy, look at the snail, Mommy, look." But she didn't turn around, and the snail died in my hand. And later that night, I was in my room, the one with all the ballerinas all over the wallpaper, and I was listening to the crickets chirp outside, and she came in. Not my mother, but the image of me. She entered the room and she started to play with my dolls. And I looked at her hair, at her face, at her little body. She was so adorable. And so I whispered to her, I said, "Come into bed with me." But she didn't turn around, and she just kept on playing with my dolls. So I got up, I got out of bed, I took off all the covers, and I stood in the darkness, and I went up to this little image girl, and I said, "Hi, I'm Lacy." And she said, "I'm Lacy too." And I said, "You're me." And she said, "I'm you." And in that moment, I just wanted to throw my arms around her and squeeze her. Squeeze her so tight that she would soak back into me and not be this separate thing anymore, that we'd be the same little girl again, instead of me and the image of me. But I just stood there and stared at her, and she stared at me. And in that moment, I realized that she would be with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, she follows. She's here right now. But she's always where I am, but never exactly. Always slightly off to the side. Slightly off to the side, staring at me. See? She'll be at the exhibit. She'll watch me as I circulate the gallery and watch all the people looking at all the pictures of me. Are they pictures of me, or are they pictures of her? She'll watch me as I look at my mother, look at all the people, looking at all the pictures. I can see my mother smile at her. My mother loves her so much.